Right, welcome back again. Sorry I've been away for so long, it's just that having the time to make these videos is you know, it's not easy, especially when there's so many things going on and so many things to do. But anyway, we'll see if this one actually comes up in good time. But anyway, I'm here with Richard Weston rear discharge that you would have seen in a few previous videos, maybe, where I sorted the rotors on the back. It's been working really well. I'm very pleased with it. But we were spreading sand the other day and we had a slight issue. That, I don't know whether you can see that, but the drawbar has snapped, which is why that big jack is there, because I had it snapped in the field. I might put a photo in if I can. But obviously it snapped and then fell onto this here. It was on top of the drawbar. It was full of sand. Well, I say full of sand. It was level with sand. It is a common problem on these that the drawbars are a bit too weak, and yeah, they just snap. But I think this one is just because it's got rotten. I don't know if you can see in there. I can't get any light. I'll get a light a minute. Hang on. I'll put my flash on. There we go. It's actually bowed in here, so that the top part has compressed, whereas the bottom part hasn't moved. They normally go here, was what I was told, but so that one's gone there, and it's rested on there, which I don't know if you can see that. There's a slight bend in that, but I don't think that's the end of the world on that side. It wasn't for that. Yeah, there's the beaters, look, they spreading sand. It's just this cubicle sand with a lot of rocks in it. I'm very surprised I haven't broken a single shear bolt with this thing yet. The amount of rocks have been chucking out, but there you go, that one's split. Split right there, all the way up. They normally go here, and there's a modification that they made which you have just a big plate that goes round all of it. I think what I'm going to do is somehow cut it off, the whole drawbar, and put a new one on. Well, I'll say new one, it'd be off a scrap one, and plate it up like that. But at the minute, what I've got to do is get this out with the sprockets and that bar. I'm currently wrestling with somebody's put staples in as what do you want to call them? Staples in as split pins. And what that is just that. Just holds that in. That's the joiner. To then have the chains off to undo these bolts. Slide that whole thing out. I'll have to go over these ends with a grinder and get those off and everything, which will give me a chance to replace the bushes, maybe the sprockets. I think they're 25 quid each, so there's 100 quid of the sprockets to go in. Oh no, that's the bushes. The bushes are 25 quid each. I don't know whether a new sprocket comes with a bush in it or not, I don't know, but I'll have to ring matey at GJ Agri. He'll point me in the right direction. And the annoying thing is that bearing was new end of last year and it's cracked just along here. I think we're very lucky that I managed to get it unloaded. But yeah, we managed anyway. That side is undone with the joiners. I've just got to get this side out, which will be a pain in the arse, but I shall manage. What I was thinking of doing was just bringing it round to here and then just cutting through the link, because there isn't much left on the bottom of the link, so I'll just put some new ones in for a couple of quid. Say the chain snap in the middle of the field when it's fully loaded. That's another project. I'm sure somebody can work out what they are, but yeah, I'll do a video on that maybe if I've got time. But yeah, tyres, I'll probably need some tyres, which is really annoying because they're like brand new, but there's that there. It's just like a. This one's got a tube in it, but it's. I don't know how it holds air. The other side goes down, but that's bulging off the bead there somewhere. No, I don't know. There's a lot of things you need doing to it. But it was cheap, and it spreads poo. So what do we expect? It's probably paid for itself. The amount of work it's done anyway already. So yeah. Anyway, I'll struggle with that and bring it back again. Right. It might look a bit dodgy. Because it is really, but I think I'm going to invest in a pair of bigger axle stands. There's 2 5-tonners. They are Clark though, so I don't really trust them that much, but it's up. Got the chains undone. So they just spin. Well, most of them spin freely. That one doesn't. That one doesn't at all. Got block steel wedged under the drawbar at the minute. That was to just move it over a bit because I think it's going to be here for a day or two. The next job will be to deburr these, get those nuts right off, undo those, push that out because I'll have to get a bolt jack in there, and that'll be that out. And then yeah, we'll not really have much of a way to move it then, which is rather worrying. I really don't trust it to stay up like that, but we'll have to do a bit of witchcraft up here with a grinder or something, because I've got to cut that channel there is the drawbar that goes right to the front, which is sat on the frame. So I've got to cut this whole box off the underneath both sides somehow, and that in there is, what's that? I think that's welded along the top. It's going to be a bit of a sod. Those ones will be easy outside, and then around those triangle bits. But yeah, that's that so far at the minute. Yeah. If only everything was that high off the ground. It'd be so nice. So easy to hitch it up. Well, it wouldn't actually, because I've had to lift that up higher than the hitch would be. But yeah, so I'll bring it back once I've got that out and we can have a look. Perfect example of why I do not like Clark axle stands. It fell off. I probably did help it on its way to falling off a bit, but because I need to get that block out from under there, and that's fairly substantially wedged in there at the moment. So yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to push down with my weight block, and it just sort of went that way and fell over, and it was all a disaster. But yeah, that's why. Obviously they're at full height, so it doesn't help, but obviously I didn't chock the wheels, so note to self, chop the wheels next time. Right, that's that out after a bit of heaving and grunting and farting and swearing. So I do really, because there's a bit of work to do to... Yeah, that should be like that on that side as well for the cleaners, and that's what they slide in, so which holds them all kind of parallel really. There's some shit on the camera. Which one was that? It's made it worse. But yeah, anyway, that's that. Yeah, that's better. Turn me flash off now. I've got to get that bearing off in the middle. That one. I'm surprised it didn't bend that shaft, to be honest. Well, I don't know if it hasn't. But yeah. That is what has got to occur. It's all fun and games. Might be a little interlude on the spreader drawbar saga thing. But we're here next to Mole Valley Farmers, and a new toy has just arrived. There it is, look. Can you tell what it is? I shall show you that later on, but here it is. Right, I've had a delivery. As it's pissing down all the time, I thought I would treat myself. Ta-da! Can you tell what it is yet? That is a set of Sealy axle stands, which will tie in nicely to holding that thing up, because as you saw previously, those ones fell over, and obviously I have this now to deal with as well. So I thought I'd get myself a set of axle stands. Very nice. I'll get those set up, see what they're like. Right, so I've cut all the welds now, and there. Well, I've cut, so it should hopefully come off. And what I'm doing is just slinging that to the front of the tractor to use it as a very heavy sledgehammer. So that is what I'm going to try and achieve now. Put it here, and see whether you'll stay there or not. There you go, like that. Well, it sort of has. It's broken on those welds at the front here. That is where they normally go. That would normally be the opposite way round. It's getting these back bits off might be a bit of a task, but yeah, that's that off nearly. Yeah, I shall have to have a rethink. Give me but a minute. So I got that part off. Just kept wiggling it, and it's come off. I think what my plan is now is see if I can fit a bottle jack in behind there. Just push that down. There's the bottle jack there. God, I've just had my lunch, so I'm a bit full. Wind that one right in. And then, if it'll fit. Oh, you sod. Like there. Just in there like that. See, the next problem here is going to be actually do that one up, I suppose. Do it properly here, like with this, wind this bit up. It might hold it, it might not. I don't know how much they hold on by now, but I've cut everything I think that could be it's trying to move. Where's me? There it is. Well, that is moving slowly. I wonder if I can sit you lot somewhere and have a look. I'll see if I can set you somewhere. I've got it moving a bit more. There's just one little bit that I'm going to plasma cut to get it off. Hopefully it'll fall right off. I've just got to do the other side. Oh, after a lot of grunting and farting and going, that's those two out. Now all I have to do is, so obviously I cut into the box that way rather than down the weld, so I've got to get that bit out because there's a weld there. This triangle piece has got to stay. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this one out or not, because I did bend that bit there, getting the other one out, and it's still on the original drawbar. So, and then up the back on both sides, that'll have to be, because I've taken a triangle out of the top, that bit there was right up the back. Oh god, that bit there, I'll have to somehow grind the welds off or something. Then the next thing I'm going to have to figure out is how I'm going to get a whole drawbar up under there in one piece. But yeah, I think I'll end this episode here and then start the next one with strengthening the other drawbar. Yeah, see you in the next one.